Thanks for stopping in. Have you ever been in the woods and you hear the the, um, the wind blow? You know what it sounds like? At least to me, anyway. It sounds like a river. It always sounds like the stream. On top of the noble fir and the Cascades, the wind would blow. You couldn't feel it because of the underbrush and all this, the way the trees were situated so closely to each other. But you could hear it. And when it would open up into a meadow, um, then you could see because the grass was tall typically and wet, but the wind was still blowing. Then you could see it, but it didn't sound like the river then. But when you were in the trees, it sounded like the river. You didn't know where it was going, but you knew it was there, even though you couldn't feel it. And what's the point? Isn't sometimes the spirit that works within us or around us, we don't always see it or hear it, but we know it's there. We can tell it's there by either the movement of people, the way they act around us, or the way God works through us towards other people. It gives you insight. It produces something, even though we may not be able to see it, or sometimes maybe we don't even hear it. But the one thing we do hear sometimes, if you have a relationship with God, is God has a specific way of speaking to you. Whether it be through his word, whether it through be his word and confirmed by other people, or whether he sends people to confirm things to you. But he speaks to us. We have to be aware of how he does that. Because if you have a relationship with God, he has a specific way of talking with you. Just as I grew up in the woods and I learned to listen to the sounds and be aware as I grew up there of what was dangerous and what wasn't, and what you could eat and you couldn't eat. And, making sure that, because if you're out in the woods and you're young at 10 years old, you get lost or get hurt, there's no one to come after you. So being aware is important. In our Christian walk, being aware is important. We need to be alert to those people who don't have our best interest. And we need to be aware of those who need help from us. And the only way you can do that is to pay attention to the wind, listen for it, watch it, be alert, understand the movement, understand how he speaks to you. And when he speaks, act. He'll give you the direction you need. Go to his word. Build a relationship.